Friends of the Hospital were created by women in the community that were eager to help and volunteer. We needed to raise money as we started planning for the north wing of the hospital. How are we going to raise $1 million? So someone had suggested an art auction. We held it on a Sunday afternoon opposite a Bronco game and ended up making $7,000. This was our beginning, and they decided that we could have the job of raising money for the hospital and eventually became a part of the foundation.
I think it's important that people know that there is a foundation that exists within the area that is doing more than just helping hospitals. Yes, it's doing that. It's helping nurses, it's helping hospital staff, but it's also helping veterans. It's helping high school and middle school students get education necessary to help maybe save a life. It's making us a healthier and more knit together community, I think.
One of the earliest big project that we had was the McKee Conference Center. And the reason that started was because Dr. Elo, our surgeon, had said, we don't have one space in Loveland where we can have all of our physicians together in one room. And that was the impetus for starting the conference center. It took us 5 years raising the money to get that built. And of course, it wasn't all just us. We had lots of grants and helps to do that. But that was a major beginning.
The projects that I enjoyed the most was the community health center. We had people that needed medical attention that didn't have the financial wherewithal to do it. We had such a committed staff, it was unbelievable. They took care of these people, they provided them with medications, and that is still an ongoing project to this day. So we are funding a project that can reach virtually everybody in our community that has a financial need and a medical need.
I would say probably the biggest influence that I've noticed has been just the care that we've helped provide for patients who don't have maybe the means or the resources. The hundreds of thousands of dollars that the foundation has given towards health care scholarships and nursing programs, and not to mention bringing all these nurses through the pandemic in a way that helps support them and kind of ease their burden as they took care of all those sick patients.
The Cancer Center was also a major gig for us, that we funded the equipment that they needed. We also did even the furnishings to make it a place where people would come during a very stressful time. That was great that we did that. That was something that was well appreciated.
I was working with a young woman. She was in her early 40s, and she'd come in with some nondescript kind of chest pain. I came in and we were evaluating her, and as I was talking to her, her heart stopped. And immediately staff and team rushed in and they defibrillated her. They shocked her heart back into regular rhythm. We moved her over to the cath lab. The cath lab being a place where we can take care of heart problems. In her case, there was a blocked artery. Because of the cath lab, which the McKee Foundation has helped to support over these many years, that care was possible. That life was saved. And a mother is still with her 3 babies, and a husband still has his wife.
One of the impactful stories that I recall during my tenure was when we had obviously did the defibrillator funding. We had a sports event where a young man was injured and his heart stopped. Fortunately for us and for the parents and for this child, we did have a defibrillator that we had funded, that was made available and that was put to task and saved this boy's life.
We've been very effective in providing the best medical care that we can. We've brought in the cancer care and other needed specialties, and the McKee Foundation gives a lot of support to that strength. So I hope that we can entice our community to always remember the McKee Foundation and participate.
There's a huge list of different things that the foundation does. Everything from helping veterans with their health care to scholarships to the health centers to, you name it. It's just so many different lives that the foundation has touched that it's hard to enumerate.
The foundation, in my opinion, has been received and acknowledged by the community as a place that they can invest their dollars and have those spent on something that will return to the community as a whole. And we believe, and I believe they do as well, that this is the place to put their dollars that they're giving in the form of donations.
I guess if I had a message for those that founded this organization, I would say thank you. Thank you for having the foresight to know that this is something that our community needed.
It's part of my heart. It's the one thing that I feel I can perhaps contribute to our city, and it's a small thing, I realize. But for me, it's where my heart is.